IT in the D, only on rawradiox.com.
Let's get ready to rumble!
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Excuse me, sir, is this the Delta House? Sure. Come on in.
I was banging on the wang.
Woo!
This is the ladies' man.
Woo!
I can't say no, and I don't really want to, so I'm...
Well, especially with the back doors open.
We just lost our clean tag on iTunes.
How much scotch did you drink that night, by the way?
Half a bottle.
Okay, then shut the hell up.
You're in your underwear, I'm in my underwear. Hey, let's hang out.
No, I'm sorry, honey. I have a headache.
Woo!
Bear me.
Woo!
I may have to wipe your heat off.
Woo!
You're not very informative, but wow, are you entertaining?
You're so white right now.
I'm the whitest guy in the room. Just explain it to me.
Woo!
Why would, Buick put their cars next to, the Bentleys? Why? That's not marketing.
The alphabet.
It's brilliant.
Woo!
Turn your microphone off. Just get out.
Woo!
Shut up. Stop talking.
How are we not sponsored by PBR and Slim Jim yet?
Damn it.
Take him to Detroit.
No! No, not Detroit! No! No, please! Anything but that!
I used to hang out at the Montgomery Bar. It was a rough place, the seediest dive on the wharf, populated with every reject and cutthroat from Bombay to Calcutta. It's worse than Detroit.
You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Then don't come! Shut up!
Yeah, I can't take that position. I don't know who brought that bell in, but Bob's got a new toy.
Guess Captain Soundboard doesn't know how to run the soundboard.
When are we going to talk about me?
Jane, you ignorant slut!
Are we at a break yet?
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
The question isn't what are we going to do, the question is what aren't we going to do?
Loaded for speed! Go!
Kudos today for once again outdoing himself on that fabulous intro.
That was awesome.
This is
love
the
the music.
This is the IT and the D show presented to you by DetroitNet.org. Here live in the Raw Radio X studios in beautiful Midtown Detroit, Michigan. As always, this is Bob the Sales Guy. We are here with Dave the Geek, Jeff the Voice of Reason. This is the Antarctica episode. I believe we're on 27.
Yes.
And it is colder.
Episode 27, burr.
Colder than a witch's hoo-hoo. It was 2 outside when we pulled up.
Colder than Ann Coulter's hoo-hoo sitting on a freezer.
Isn't it supposed to be negative 35 wind chill factor when we get out of here tonight?
They're canceling. It's like Texas-style canceling school. What?
U of M canceled for tomorrow.
Yeah, U of M
It
college.
might be cold tomorrow. Cancel. My kids went to school today, and they're like, "Oh yeah, tomorrow no school." So they got in the car going, "No school tomorrow." I'm like, "Why'd you go to?" It's so stupid. So this is episode. Are we at 27?
We are. We're
27.
at 27.
Wow.
And so we've got our phone number for giggles. Not anybody uses it or anything, but
I'm not even going to say anything this time.
It is 313-462-0107. If you want to call in, you can hit us on Twitter at IT and the D. You can hit us up on Facebook at facebook.com/IT and the D.
So we have a packed show. We missed. We didn't. Last week I was at a sales conference, so we bailed on the show.
Yeah, and I wasn't feeling all right.
Yeah, you weren't here, so we said the hell of it.
So now we got 2 weeks full of content, and so today I guess I'm struck with good luck because my PC in my house really hasn't died or crashed or been hit with a virus in probably 7 years, and as I haven't touched my PC in probably 5 days.
So you're surfing for porn on your tablet?
Yeah. I had to on my phone while I was trying to fix it.
What's the problem with that?
So this is the dumbest problem I've ever had. So I remember how he said I got rid of Firefox and I went to Chrome.
Right.
So I go to Chrome.
I was just listening to that segment, by the way, on the way over here.
Yeah, and I have 8 tabs open, right? Gmail, Facebook, LinkedIn, DetroitNet.
Porn.
And half of them are working, the other half aren't. Reddit won't load, Facebook won't load, LinkedIn fires up.
This is on
Gmail
Firefox or Chrome?
This is on Chrome. And I'm like, what in the... And I'm like, okay, so what did I do? Well, the HP went through a restart, over the weekend.
Yeah.
So then I start. What's the first thing you do? Google the problem, right?
Yep.
So I'm like, won't load all the pages. So it's telling me to do all the clear the cache, clear.
Yeah.
I'm restarting. I'm doing that. I got to the point where I almost called Dave. Like
That's
got that
pretty desperate.
close.
Yeah.
I got that close. I know. Then they're like, well, it might be malware. So I had to run a 4-hour scan, and then as it's scanning, all of a sudden, boom, I see Facebook pop up, and I got hit with a Trojan. I don't even know when, because everything worked the last time I used it, and now but now I'm fine. So, which leads me up to my next point is
I told you that story to tell you this one.
No, that was a segue.
Great lead with.
That was I saw an article that was leading into that 28% of all IT professionals refuse to tell anyone what they do for a living because they don't want to be the tech depot for their dumb friends and family.
Oh, absolutely.
And I find that to be outstanding.
It doesn't surprise me in the least. And
No,
in fact,
not at all.
It just happened to me yet again this weekend.
It happens to me on a weekly basis with my family.
And it's not even my family anymore. So, the work wife calls me up on Saturday, and she was like, hey, dude, even my wife refers to her as the work wife.
No, I understand. I still think it's funny.
Calls me on Saturday, and she's like, hey, I hate to bug you. I'm sorry. I know it's Saturday. I'm like, no, what do you need? What's up? And she's like, my girlfriend, Julie, she's the one that came with me to the December event. I'm like, yeah, what's up? She's like, well, apparently her computer's having problems, and I kind of gave her your cell phone number.
Oh, God.
And I wanted to...
This is the warning call. You're going to get a call in 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to call you and warn you before she called you and just say sorry in advance.
That was because I remember, when I worked for HP, I remember going to a kid's birthday party, and it's like, hey, all the dads get together. What do you do? Like, work for HP, and I would leave it at that. Right?
Oh, you work for Dell?
Yeah. Can you install toner? Can you install toner on my printer?
He said, I'll be right back. And he comes back in 10 minutes, and he puts his laptop on my lap.
What?
As if. He goes, it ain't working. I go, dude, I'm a sales guy. Like, I'm the last.
And then
I was, because I fixed it, actually.
There's a power button.
Well, no, because
it wasn't plugged in.
As the story
You
goes,
pulled up Chrome and told them how to close multiple tabs.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I tell this all the time. I'm like, to my firefighter buddies, I'm like a computer genius. To Dave and Jeff, I'm like the biggest derp like on the planet. I go, how are you that like on the edge of both? Like
you're at the middle of some bizarre Venn diagram.
I am.
People that know everything.
What exactly do you do?
In between, there's the circle of people who know everything. There's the circle of people who know nothing, and in between, there is Bob.
I'm in that vector. I am that sliver, that little teeny vector. It's so true though. But I found that I was but they said 80. I think it was 87 or something % would never quit their profession. They love the IT industry,
right?
But they refuse to admit because they don't want that.
The closet IT people.
Wired network don't work. Come over. And what do you say? You got to say yes. Like me handing you that my HP tablet, going,
right?
Dude, put Android on it. I don't care if it takes you 16 hours of work.
Make that go.
Just freaking do it.
Well, but
make this happen.
Well, but that happens. I mean, it's whether it's cousins or the in-laws or whatever else. I mean, I can't tell you how many viruses, malware, all kinds of nonsense.
But it'd be nice if you
have computers.
It just happened. I mean, we were joking about printers in HP. My father just got a new LaserJet that was given to him by his company because he works out of his house. And he's like, he calls me up. He's Jeff. I just got this new printer. Come over and help me set it up. I'm like, set it up. Everything is like plug and play now. Can't you just plug it in? It should work. No. Come over and help me set it up. So I come down there. And I literally pull out the little tabs on the toner cartridges, plug it into his computer. 5 minutes later, hit print test page. I'm done. I'm like, that'll be $100. That'll be $100.
Yeah, or a bottle of scotch. But here's the thing.
But that was Saturday at the wrestling event when we were hanging out, and they got the photo printer and all that stuff. And Malcolm and Nicole are both freaking out because they got this printer. It's new in the box. They don't know what they're doing, and they were like tweaking because I wasn't setting aside time to come get it set up for them.
Right.
Literally it took 5 minutes of open box. Remove printer.
Right.
Remove plastic tabs. Insert ink cartridges.
That's exactly what I did.
Plug to the wall. USB cable to the... And look, the setup wizard just magically appears and things work.
You want to watch Dave be mad at me? You know how we had DJ problems that night?
Right.
You want to know why?
Oh, isn't it the you
because
told me.
You daisy chained the power strips, and that fried my power strip, and then nothing would work because of that.
But your power strip was still working fine.
But it wasn't giving out the correct. The juice was the electricity was dirty.
See, which is weird because originally when we first had it all hooked up, it was only your power strip that was hooked up and working.
Right,
and it still wasn't working.
Two of the cords were fried too.
Children.
No, but going back to the whole thing, though, fixing people's computers, it'd be great if the people that asked you were like drywallers or plumbers or landscapers or, you know what I'm saying? Like
that's the joke, right?
You could say, hey, I'll fix your crap. You mow my lawn, and then we're even. But
my back...
It's a whole barter system, right?
Right, yeah, my back patio. Got a beautiful stamped concrete back patio
for a website, right?
Neighbor got a website.
You know what that should be? That should
it's
be,
like knowing where to turn the knob. Knowing $95 or whatever.
That should be what LBN should have been. Like 20 people that all do something different.
That's a excellent idea.
The barter network.
It should have been trade first.
Right. Well, trade first is they let too many people into that. But like 20 people that do cut my grass, I'll fix your printer.
Right.
Register that GoDaddy. Are you on GoDaddy? Go register.
Cut my grass. I'll fix your
barter network. Barter network.
Bartertown.com.
Bartertown. Is that available?
Make sure you get the .co.
It's got to be available. It smells like pig crap all the time. It's crazy.
So
that could be the MIDI file that plays automatically when the page loads. Who run Bartertown?
So that makes you blaster.
Lift embargo.
All 7 people that get that reference.
No, but my brain's turning into. I'm not hurting myself at all, but it just seems logical. Like, hey, I fixed your computer like 2 months ago. I need plumbing done. Come over.
I still get asked.
Everyone should have that network at their disposal.
I still get asked to join the local Oxford LBN.
Don't do it.
I avoid it like the plague. I avoid it. They're like,
it's a trap.
It is. We have an opening for a web designer in the local. I'm like, no. How many times am I going to tell you no?
Leads.
Yeah.
That's still one of the biggest mistakes that I will probably never ever live down in my life is when Mark, the guy that we used to work with, called me up about a couple years ago and said, "Hey man, I really want you to come to this networking thing that's going on tonight."
That was at Copper when you ended up at Copper Canyon.
Yeah, and we were hanging out and
what a shit show that was.
Oh my god! So and then Bob calls me and he's like, "Hey, what do you got going on tonight?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm going over to some networking thing this guy I used to work with like 10 years ago runs you doing anything?" And so Bob agreed to come out and meet with me, and it was in the back room of a Chinese restaurant, and it was
the guest speaker talking
event
about brain energy,
with the guest speaker begging us to come speak at our event.
Didn't you stand up and say, "This isn't for us, but if you guys ever want to join us, we're going to be at Copper Canyon in 10 minutes."
So it was like stand up or like go around the table and introduce yourselves and who you are and what you do. And so I was like number 3, and so like
I don't have the balls to do what Dave did at this event. So I would have been so nice. It was like, "Hi, I'm Bob."
It was recycled toner cartridge guy, and then like floor wax guy, and then I stand up and I'm like, "Hey, I'm Dave, and this is Bob, and we run a group called DetroitNet that's for networking for IT people, and we don't belong here, and we're going to go. And so if you guys want to talk like real networking and stuff like that, we're going to be at the bar across the street at Copper Canyon. Come on over later, because that's where we'll be."
But I think that's a fundamental. Flaw of those groups is that's all talk and they don't do anything. Like,
everyone's selling, no one's buying.
Salesman selling to salesman doesn't work.
Right.
It doesn't accomplish a damn thing.
Exactly.
You get other things where people are like, "Well, we're just going to talk about how great stuff is, and then we're going to leave."
We trended globally, and then
but I mean,
our stupid Hoth meme got 80,000 views and 1,100 shares.
And how many likes? 3.
We're not even, by the way, if there's any sympathy likers, go to our Facebook and like it.
And by the way, go to iTunes and rate our show, please. give us a positive review. We've got 5 reviews out there.
Here's the worst
part. Crying out loud. We know you're out there.
Here's the worst part about this entire thing. So I was telling these guys earlier. So I'm at work today, and I step outside to grab a smoke.
Well, this is a good story.
And there's a new guy out there that I've never seen before. And so I was like, "Hey, what's up? My name's Dave." And he's like, "Oh, my name's Ray." I'm like, "Oh, what do you do?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm here, this is, this department, yada, yada, yada. What do you do?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm down an IT group." And he's like, "Oh." And so I'm standing there, and like a minute later, one of the paralegals walks out, and she looks at me, and she's like, "Wow, with this weather, you must be really, really looking forward to driving downtown and all this nonsense tonight for your show." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be awesome." So the dude says, "Show?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, it's this, internet radio, Raw Radio X. It's called IT in the D." And like his eyes perked up, and he's like, "You're that Dave, dude! I listen to you guys every effing week. You guys are effing hilarious." And I'm like, "Wait, what?"
We get the strangest group.
Well, I
of
mean,
people.
it's kind of like, isn't it sort of on us to say, at the end of that conversation, hey, if you like it, like us on iTunes, like us on Facebook.
It's so cheap and evil.
It feels so salesy, though.
It's the smarmy. Hey, will you endorse me?
Yeah,
on
exactly.
LinkedIn?
If we had 1,000,
can you like us on Facebook?
If we had 1,000 likes on Facebook, or if we had 10,000, it wouldn't make a squirt of piss of difference what we're doing.
No, not at all.
Like again, I'm a LinkedIn lion. What does it do? What again?